underway. We've got Scotty and Sarah. I'm going to have to change a few notes here, so you guys just bear with me. This will be top 8. Rounds in top 8 are untimed, but the timer will stay up there. Games are currently 0-0. And Scotty and Sarah can begin as soon as the judges allow them. We'll see them shuffle up here.
I'm excited.
I
wanted
like
to see Bogles today. Get to see it in the top 8.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
We had 100 players here yesterday for standard, plus the people who had just shown up to either support their friends, do some side events, or trading. And then we had 98 players today to make it also round 7, or 7 rounds, I'm sorry. And then I think 2 side events fired today, 2 winner boxes. So a lot of people showing up doing some trades. You can't ooh the Bogles just yet.
Like I said, this is probably one of the worst matchups for Bogles. So, you know, if you're a Bogles fan, you can watch your Bogles deck, you know, for you, hopefully beat the Abzan deck. And if you're hate Bogles, well, you can potentially watch it just get crushed.
Yeah.
So it's something for everyone in this match.
And like we said, congratulations to both these players for making it to the top 8.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
Really impressive, especially in a format that I feel like I'm super weak in. And this is.
Oh yeah, I suck at this format.
This format's nuts.
Yeah. Also, you can't hate on Bogles because you can't hate on the pregnant woman who's due in 2 months. So,
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Come on.
if you do, you hate pregnant women. Just
Look
saying.
at this guy.
Just saying.
Come on, Magic's trying to be inclusive. You should be inclusive too.
Yeah, even if non-interactive.
Non-interactive, tiny 2-legged, weird beak creatures are getting buffed and killing you.
Yeah. So Sara is the 4 seed, so she'll be on the play here against Scotty.
What was Scotty's seed? I'm sorry, 5?
Scotty is the 5.
Wow. And he had a good run up until this point.
Yeah, I mean he's been on the you know, on the bench here for the last 2 rounds.
We do have to remember here to kind of watch our voices as the players obviously
so
are.
Sara, she's going to keep. Looks like she's got what you'd want. She's got some lands. She's got a Boggle.
Is it a slippery Boggle?
It is. So here's a turn 1 Razor Verge Thicket. Here's the slippery Boggle.
There he is.
That's the namesake.
That son of a gun.
There's
Look at him.
Windswept teeth.
He's got that cute face.
To Sara, who draws a Path to Exile. She's going to shock, play a Temple Garden. See what her follow-up is. I believe that is a Spirit Umbra?
Hyena Umbra.
Oh, it's a Hyena Umbra.
It's followed by Spider
Umbra.
Umbra.
And she's going to bash. Scotty going to go to 17. He's going to fetch, go to 16. Is it not Boggle? Is it Bogle? Is it Boggle? I think it's Boggle.
Is it Bugale?
I think it's Boggle.
Bugale.
I'm gonna go with this guy. I was pronouncing it wrong. It is Boggle.
Players do have
Boggle.
access to the deck list, I believe, in top 8, correct?
Players do not have access to the deck list.
Oh, wow. Okay, I was wrong.
No.
Bugale.
Since it's not like SCG where we're gonna like post them online, we don't have to give them to them. You know?
Baguette.
It is Boggle? Boggle?
Buggle?
I don't know.
Hardo.
Either way, it's currently
Bagel.
a 3-3. It's not Bagel.
Bagale.
Oh, Scotty draws a Liliana of the veil.
Baguette.
If there's a card I want in this matchup, that's it. He's going to shock. He is going to play a Tarmogoyf.
Sure.
It's going to be a lowly 1-2. Sarah's going to untap. She needs to find another Boogle. That's a Rancor. That's not a Boogle.
Rancor will do some work.
She's got Daveberry Core now.
Oh, baby.
She's going to equip it.
Slam it.
She's going to Rancor. Oh, man. Scotty, he's like, oh,
This
God,
is rough.
Attack you. I'll let Sara do the math here. She can count it out.
Jeez, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8
Scotty
damage,
with
I
his hand
believe?
on his head. He's looking to rip a land to play Liliana of the Veil. And he's got one. He's going to shock. He's going to cast a Liliana of the Veil. That's going to be bad for Sara.
Yep.
She's going to lose her board. Get back Rancor.
Scotty, you get enchantments, bud. And a creature.
Yep.
3, 4?
3-4. So, there you go. Scotty had 6, but all he needed was to find a Liliana. And I think he's well in the clear here.
I'm sorry.
Sara's going to
okay,
untap.
life total was actually 4 for Scotty there, so Sara, 23 to 4 is correct.
Sara draws a Keen Sense. She's going to ship it back. There's a windswept heap for Scotty. He's going to plus. Sara, she's going to discard. Going to discard Rancor, it looks like. She does not. She discards Keen Sense. Scotty discards Path to Exile, because that does literal nothing. Price support for this event is it's 1K. And
Correct.
SCG swag and
Points.
So Scotty's going to fetch.
Scotty
He's
going
going
to
to go to
3.
3. He's going to play a Siege Rhino, I think, here, and go up to 6.
Sure.
But yeah, Sara's going to have a tough time crawling out of this one. Fortunately, her Boggle.
The Bogles.
Is that what we decided on?
Scotty giving us the hand sign there for the fact that the Rhino drains for 3, gains
Yeah.
for 3.
So attack with the Tarmogoyf.
And here comes Termitown. Not going to change the life totals just yet in case Sara has a response to it.
She could Path to Exile it.
Yeah. Scotty with a hand of Path to Exile, Abrupt Decay, and...
Lingering Souls.
Yeah.
There it is. There's
Yeah.
Path to Exile. Scotty, he's going to go get a basic. He's got a swamp, 2 swamps, and a forest, I believe, left in his deck to get. Imagine he's going to go get swamp. He sure does. There's a swamp. Swamp.
Swamp.
So I don't know what gets Sara out of this situation. But whatever she just drew, that's not it. I think she drew another Keen Sense. So yeah, Liliana's going to be definitely tough for her to beat. Resolve Liliana. I'd imagine Scotty's going to plus here. Get rid of a Path to Exile or a Lingering Souls. Sara going to discard another Keen. No, so there's a Umbra.
Spider Umbra.
Spider Umbra. Spider.
Just look at the animal on the picture and then say Umbra afterwards.
Okay. Right. I'll remember that if I could actually see the picture.
You can't?
No.
Weird.
All I see is green blob. It's a green blob Umbra.
Jeez. Sorry, Chet. I mean, I didn't know he was that bad.
So here's some Lingering Souls.
We got dice.
Yeah, we'll get some spirits out there.
Yeah,
Pretty
hopefully.
sure we have some of those.
We should.
There's another Umbra.
Another Termitown dice.
It's a Hyena Umbra. There's a 5/6. 5/6 Tarmogoyf.
Scotty's going to plus again.
Plus again. Sara gonna discard Hyena Umbra. Scotty gonna attack with his dice. Scotty gonna attack for
A lot.
a lot, a million, 11.
That's a lot. Sara down to 5.
She's gonna scoop it up.
And the scoop.
All
Interesting.
right. So if you don't like Bogles or Bogles or Bogles,
This was
or
the game.
Bogles or whatever we're calling it now.
Bogale.
Bogales. Well, it got crushed in game 1.
That's a
So
Bogale.
to be fair, Scotty went to 3.
All right.
Let's move on to the sideboards here.
Sure. Who you taking? You
I got
Sara.
Sara's.
All right, I'll take Scotty.
She's got a Dryad Arbor. She's got a Path to Exile. She's got 2 Chokes, 2 Aven Mind Sensors, 2 Nature's Claims, 2 Suppression Fields, 2 Sony Silences, and 3 Leyline of Sanctities.
What do you like?
Path to Dryad Arbor is 100% coming in.
Yes.
That card is super good. She can, fetch it up in response to the Liliana activation to get
Sure.
to sack it. Leyline of Sanctity is a consideration.
I think that's an okay card to bring in here.
And then, if you could clarify for me what Suppression Field does.
I was actually checking that myself. I believe Suppression Field requires the payment of 2
Mana to
2 colorless mana.
That's Suspension Field. I know
Oh,
what
I'm
that
sorry.
one does.
Whoops,
Come on,
wrong
man.
one.
Get this together. Suppression Field, sir. Let's look that one up. Do you
Did
know
I-
how to? Do you know how to
I
spell?
don't. I don't. Well, now
Oh
I'm
my
under.
God, are
now
you
I'm under
serious?
pressure. Get it?
So,
Suppression Field. Okay.
No, I
Activate
can't
abilities
imagine we're
cost-
going to bring that card in. That's not coming in.
Well, hold on here, because if I'm not mistaken,
Our
does that not
Planeswalkers-
require Planeswalkers to pay 2 colorless mana every time you activate an ability?
That's a good question. We have to ask the judge. If so, then I'm bringing it in.
Yeah, I would slap it in.
Yeah. Checking help is on that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Abzan did win game 1.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Putting the wrong info for you guys.
All right. Let's move on to Scotty's.
Scotty's sideboard, we've got 1 Batter Skull, 1 Creeping Corrosion, 1 Stony Silence, 1 Path to Exile, 1 Sword of War and Peace, good God, 2 Feed the Clan, 2 Aven Mind Sensor, 2 Damnation and 3 Fulminator Mages. What do you like there?
I like Creeping Corrosion is only artifacts,
Correct.
so that's out. Path to Exile is garbage. Damnation, I think, is probably fine.
Damnation is pretty good. I also like Scavenging Ooze here. And the
Yeah.
Sword of War and Peace is also not bad.
Yeah, Scavenging Ooze is nice. What colors does War and Peace give protection from?
Protection from white and from red.
Seems good.
The only addition there is that it gains Scotty some life. It kind of gives him some
so
impromptu.
Not really great here. They're the only white creature that has in this deck, I believe, is Core Spirit Dancer.
Sure. So maybe we're better off bringing the Batterskull. Technically, if we want the lifelink
Yeah.
and a recurable creature.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So Batterskull over Sword.
Yeah.
Sure.
If that's an effect we want.
Damnation seems terrible. PN Boots
It's
still
really
incredibly
slow,
salty.
and I agree. I totally agree that
Sure.
it's really slow. It's really bad against the Umbras, but it's a way to kill a hexproof creature.
Very
So,
true. So it's a board wipe.
Yeah, I imagine it's better than Path to Exile here.
Yeah.
Which seems even worse because it literally kills nothing. It only like ramps you if you use it on your own character, on your own creatures. So Damnation does not seem like a slam dunk sideboard card, but it at least interacts in some way where Path to Exile doesn't.
I mean, I don't know. He typed that in all caps.
He
so
did.
Maybe he's right.
And he very well could be. Like I said, I'm terrible at Modern.
Yeah.
Players have presented decks and are shuffling up, so we'll get game 2 underway here shortly. Sara going to be on the play after suiting up a giant Boggle.
Bugale.
Okay, giant Boogal. And getting Scotty to 4, but then Liliana showed up, and she was having none of it. So
Yeah.
Sara did bring in the ley lines, so get her on that discard. Question is does she have a Boogal? And she does not.
Wow, she didn't want to accept that hand even with the ley line? She didn't want to keep
She
that?
didn't have any Boogles.
Oh, no Bugale.
No Boggles. No Boggles. I think it's Boggles.
I think it's Bugale.
Alright, we gotta stop this. This is giving me a headache. Scotty, he's gonna keep. So, Sara. Mulligan is 6.
Mm-hmm.
Can't imagine Mulligan with this deck is all that great. Although, Reed Duke, I think, when he popularized this deck by taking it to Worlds and making the finals of Worlds with
Yeah.
it, I think he won or at least had competitive games where he mulled to 4 and 5. All right, Sara, she's got a Glade Cover Scout, so
Boy, I
not a
thought-
Boggle, but she
thought
has
she-
another Boggle in her hand.
Had an additional ley line there in her hand.
She does not have a ley line. Scotty, he has a Verdant Catacombs, and he's going to pass the turn back. So Sara has many Boggles.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Hyena Umbra. It's going to give this guy +1/+1. He's going to pass. Scotty going to go to 18. Going to fetch. Going to go to 17. So Sara, pretty decent draw here against Liliana in that she has multiple creatures that she can sack. She just needs some enchantments.
Sure.
Gotta get a Temple Garden here.
As we know, the Totem Armor doesn't protect the creatures from
Sacrifice.
sacrifice effects, correct?
Interesting that Scotty doesn't get a black land here. So, still 2 lands away from casting Liliana.
It looks like he's got 2 in hand.
He does, and a Liliana. So,
Sure.
Got it all. Sara's stuck on 1 land though. Scotty, he's gonna play a Windswept Heath and shift the turn back. Scare's gonna draw. Thinks he drew. So he's gonna take a damage. Things are getting painful. There is the Spider Umbra.
Yep.
So she's gonna pass back. Interesting that she didn't cast a Moogle there.
What do you mean?
So, because now she's gonna lose her team to this. Liliana.
Sure.
Where if she casts a Boggle there, she doesn't lose. She only loses the 1 Boggle. Finds a Windswept Heath, so she's gonna fetch. I imagine go get a Forest or a Temple Garden. Probably a Temple Garden. Sure enough. I think you just play 2 Boggles here. Although if we play 2 Boggles, yeah, I think we just play 2 Boggles. Really got to get this Liliana off the battlefield. Here's one. It's a glade cover spout. And we're going to equip it. So no fear of a second Liliana.
13-14 is the current life total.
Scotty with Thoughtseize a Liliana. Let's see what he elects to do here. This looks like he's going to lead off with a Thoughtseize here. Thoughtseize. Sara's going to show him 2 Bogles. Scotty's going to take one of them. And the slippery one is still left. I imagine to be discarded to Liliana. Here's a Lingering Souls. Oh. Can't believe we don't have any spirits. What happened to him?
That seems weird.
So
we
Scotty
definitely should.
Plus, Sara really needs to draw a Rancor right here. I think she even needs to crack this to find
draw
a Rancor.
card.
Yeah, she needs Rancor. She just loses if she doesn't draw a Rancor right here.
Ooh.
Rancor, another Boggle.
Rancor, yeah, pretty much anything.
Yeah. Any
creature.
Yeah. She doesn't find Rancor, that's for sure. Scotty gonna double block. So there goes the Umbra. A pass it back. I wonder what she drew. Probably a land if she didn't play anything. Scotty gonna make her discard. He does have Siege Rhino. So, sure enough, she's gonna discard. She's gonna discard a land.
Yep.
Scotty also gonna discard a land.
And now it's time to deploy the rhinos.
There's a Rhino. Sarah gonna go to 10, Scotty gonna go to 15. It's gonna draw. Sarah's gonna draw for the turn. Corrected life totals here, 9 to 15.
There it is.
Sara gonna get a sacrifice. She shows him Leyline of Sanctity, which just is not good. And I think Sara is done for. Here's another Siege Rhino. 6, 2. Scotty can play Rhino. There is an Urborg. He does have an Urborg in play.
He
It's
does.
always confusing. Yeah.
The problem is
So we had a Temple Garden, Urborg.
yeah, he had no green.
I thought he had a green.
He had a Verdant Catacombs that it wasn't correct.
Oh. Yeah, well, there we go. Another cheater. All these cheaters. Either way, Sarah's dead. She's scooped. He did have a Temple Garden, but that needs to create white.
Yes.
So just a formality, though. Scotty can fetch and go get a...
I understand
go get
that,
us,
yes.
But yeah, you are correct. Thank you, Twitch chat. We'll go yell at him now.
No, we like I said, when we notify the staff, it generally takes a lot longer for us to do it. So,
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. He could have.
So that match over pretty quickly. Still the top 8. Rest of the top 8 matches being played right now.
And that's kind of what we expected, though, was
Yeah.
Abzan to have a fairly easy time dealing with the Bogles.
Yeah. So I think the only scenario where that actually matters is if like Scotty casts that and then Sara calls a judge, he gets a warning. He has 2 warnings. He gets a game loss and then loses the game.
Correct. Yeah.
So that's the only scenario I think where that actually matters. But Sara gonna lose, but great run by her.
Yeah, definitely.
Beat some bad matchups in Pox. I don't know what else she beat to get here, but she beat Pox, and that seems like a terrible matchup for this deck.
Yeah, that's super impressive. I mean,
Liliana of the Veil. Sacrifice effects.
Oh man, I see those sweet SCG mats being handed out.
Yeah, so it looks like Ben Weinberg was able to beat Lucian Klein. So Blue-Red Twin moving on.
Yep.
Lucian, he came in as the first seed, but Ben Weinberg, he bested him. So perhaps we'll have Ben on stream here next.